What's up, guys? What's up, guys? Welcome back to Top Afrik Radio. Yes, Sports Arena is back. Yeah, new year, new stuffs, new everything is here for sure. And hey, if you just join me, let me know what you think because lot finals to Barcelona. Yes, today is like yeah. After the game, what surprised me most is after the game, he was still having that support from the management of Real Madrid. But things fall apart lately after his interview. But then, guys, I will give it to you as it is. And if you just join in, let me know your opinions and suggestions actually going on. And also, yeah, Chelsea have elected their own coach. If I said their own coach, you need to understand. Yes, their own coach. Yeah, some people said he's arrogant. Some people said between Chelsea and also Manchester United, both coaches had best coach of the month before they are being sacked. I think Amorim won it in the month of November, and then I think yeah, Enzo Maresca also won it in the month of December. But it's like they sack all of them in the same month. I don't know, guys. Something is happening in the football world, and hey, things are really on. But Rosinho had his first game for sure, and guys, we're still looking into how things could work out. But the surprising thing is, Crystal Palace, they are out of the competition. They are out of the competition. Guess what team eliminated them? Well, English football will always show you shaking. It will always show you shaking. Crystal Palace is out of the FA Cup. Manchester United is out as well. Well, they said, do you think if you sack Amorim, we will feel pity on you? Brighton, the German coach, Fabian Hassler, he did it and he did it. He gave it to Manchester United, not anywhere but United home in Old Trafford. Guys, I don't know if you are a Madrid fan, you should be happy or you should be, I don't know what is really going on. But hey, I know every Madrid fan will be happy. I don't know whether all of them are going to be happy. But Madrid, are they going trophyless this season again? It's a question of the day. If you think Madrid will go trophyless of this season, once again, let me know. Because Ancelotti was sacked because of without winning trophy last season and a lot of things being fall apart and what have you. Guys, let me know your opinions for sure. But Barcelona, they have the courage with the German coach Hansen Flick. His system, everyone was saying that the highline will not work, it will not do what and what. But then he always wins trophy. He always does it, guys. So let me know your opinion. Even though we'll still go into details, but it's rather unfortunate that we are here today. Last week, yeah, you didn't see me. We are all celebrating New Year and also Merry Christmas and all that. So, guys, it is rather busy month for sure. So we are here once again. If you just join us, share to a friend and share to a friend and tell a friend to also share. And then probably all of us will enjoy. Yeah, at the weekend, a lot of football activity for sure. So you need to also entertain yourself a little bit. Yeah, so that's why we are here. Give you that information and also entertain you a little bit. That's the ultimate priority. In Germany here, a lot of people, a lot of stress at work, and then when you come home, you need to enjoy. Find a way to enjoy yourself. And hey, we are here, Top Afrik Radio is here with top, I don't know, is it top sports arena or Afrik sports arena? It's not the boxing arena. Oh. If you just know it's Afrik sports arena. We give it to you as it is. We give it to you for sure. Which one should we actually start with? The hottest cake in town. Yeah, Alonso, Jabi Alonso. Yes, Alonso started very well for sure. Madrid fans were happy. He was playing unbeaten in the La Liga for quite a number of games, 11 or 13 games or what have you. But then at the end of the day, it didn't really work out with Madrid. One may ask, should Arne Slot, should Arne Slot be preparing to gather his belongings too? Because you look at Liverpool, things are not actually going as expected. But then, Alonso, is Real Madrid too big for Alonso? Or the players' management is too big for him? Or maybe, because this is a coach, yes, this is his second job. Sometimes, well, it's happening. We know things like this sometimes happen. What's up, guys? Yeah. Yeah, it's down. I just press it down. Yeah, and I think it's here. Yeah. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, now I can hear some. Oh, all right. So I need to start all over, yeah? Yeah, now I can start all over, yeah, because no one was hearing me. Okay. So, guys, yeah, Real Madrid and Jabi Alonso actually part ways with each other this time round, and we don't know how this is gonna be. So, who is gonna be the next coach of Real? So, right now, it's gonna their coach or to get a coach right now. But then the reality is that Jabi Alonso has been sacked. And he's sacking that it doesn't really go with the performance because you look at yesterday's game against Barcelona in the Super Cup finals. It was entirely different. It was entirely different performance for Real Madrid. You see the likes of Vinicius Jr. actually taking on players and all that, which this season he has never done so. So prior to the game, a lot of people were saying even if Xabi took that that system, or even if he take it, probably it was gonna be same story. But I don't know what could actually happen next. If you just join in, let me know your opinions. If you're a Real Madrid fan, if you're a Madridista, let me know what you actually think about the game. And hey, it's really, really unfortunate, yeah. So people tell me it was because of his post-match press that he did actually led to the sacking. Some said, yeah, it was already on point whether he lose or he win. But the reality is that Jabi Alonso did not do well in his press release after the game. Well, saying like, yeah, Real Madrid doesn't think of this trophy to be anything. But, well, you need to also understand that the rivalry between Real Madrid and Barcelona, no matter how you lose, even if it is Ghana Premier League Cup they play against each other and Barcelona win it, it's still hurt to Real Madrid fans, or it's still a problem to the fans and the owners. So people say the meaning was that, yeah, he shouldn't have said what he said. And at the end of the day, yeah, he has to part ways and they have to actually find a way to dissolve their contract. So let's see what is going to happen next. Keep an eye on Real Madrid. We'll be giving you updates on that for sure. Guys, FA Cup this weekend really happened for sure. And Manchester United, the German coach, Fabian Hasler, yeah, he said, nah, I'm not going to feel pity for Manchester United. You knew you were coming to meet Brighton, and you still go ahead to sack Ruben Amorim. So this one is going to be. So it was 2-1 in favor of Brighton. So United is out of the FA Cup. Just 4th round in the competition. United has to part ways from the competition for sure. And Fabian Hasler is the one who actually made it so difficult for Manchester United to get through to the next stage of the competition. And looking at the performance of United under Darren Fletcher, I don't know, their last game, yeah, they managed to win their Premier League game last time around. But this time, Brighton said no. It was in Old Trafford. Old Trafford, United home. And for sure, you look at the performance and you ask yourself, what is really the problem of United? Because sometimes when a coach is being sacked, you are looking at like players improving, players doing their best, and players actually getting on to get playing time under the but then he's a takeover problem. Maybe that could be the reason. But the performance were not anything to write about. So United fans, sorry, but it is what it is. In this show, we tell you exactly how it is. the performance was bad. I don't know whether they will improve. I don't know whether Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be able to change the situation for Manchester United. Yes, he has been United coach before. And maybe Carragher, he will also come in. I don't know whether he will also make it a master architect in this point. Let's see how it's really going to work with these guys. But then, yeah, as I said, Ruben Amorim and Enzo Maresca, I don't know what is really happening with this Manchester United and Chelsea situation. Ruben Amorim won the best coach of the month. That was November. And then Enzo Maresca won it in December. And I think both of them sacked in the same month. Yeah. So Chelsea went in for a new coach. That is Liam Rosinho. This coach, I don't know. According to Mikel Obi, yeah, it's just another puppet Chelsea have just gathered to control him around. Others are saying yes, he deserved it from what he did in his previous managerial team. Meanwhile, it's not up to that standard. Those teams are not up to the standard and the demands of Chelsea currently. But Rosinho said, no, I'm here to win games. He said he is here to win games. He's not here to joke. He knows what he does best. And he knows he's good at what he does. A lot of people said he's being arrogant. He's being arrogant and he will be sacked very soon. What's your opinion on that? Well, I like coaches who like bragging. I like coaches who make the social media or who make the media exciting. The likes of Jose Mourinho, we knew what he did in the media. We knew how his name became the special one. So if this coach also comes in and then telling you that he knows what he does and he does what, or he do what he does best, it's understandable. Allow him. Yes, Enzo Maresca says more than that, but then at the end of the day, it's not about performance. It's about, yeah, he fall kind of situation with medicals, and also his press conferences and all that has been absolutely something that they actually do not like. And at the end of the day, even though he went 7 games without a win, probably it's also included, but what that wasn't. So according to Mikel Obi said he doesn't think Rosinho is the man or right man for the job. How can the club goes in for that kind of manager? It means that they are not ready for trophies. If he's going to be managing the likes of Enzo Fernandez, who have won World Cup before, the likes of Cole Palmer, the likes of Caicedo and all that, there's maybe man management will be a problem. And that reminds me of the sacking of Xabi Alonso. Probably he also fall apart with, the players. Because you look at the players' performance this season, it's only Kylian Mbappe who has been absolutely nailing it for them. And probably yesterday you saw Vinicius Jr. performance in that game. Well, you question yourself, maybe some of them knew before the game, they just wanted to win that trophy. But whatsoever it is what it is. And I don't think it has nothing to do with his personality. Yeah, sometimes it's part of the job. If you are being given it and you are being sacked, it's normal. So let's see, guys, let me know your opinions on that as well. But Rosinho first game against FA Cup, we all know how it's really worked here, and we all know how things are really working for these two sides for sure. But then Rosinho first game, it was against Charlton. If you know that team, you know that team. A lot of, sometimes this FA Cup, English football, we all know, it's not easy at all. It's not easy to win 5-1 against even a Division 1 or maybe a championship club. Yeah, it's not easy. But then with the coach, with the kind of organization, with the kind of style that they play, well, people are now resonating with what he is talking about. And some people say, yeah, it's just the beginning. Let's see. But the massive test is still coming on Wednesday when he take on the table leaders, Arsenal, in the EFL Cup for sure. Yeah, EFL Cup semi-finals. So people are saying that's the real test for him. And they're also talking about he's just taking the job, and then Mikel Arteta has been there for quite a long time. He said, no, I'm here to win games. He has the resources to win, even though no manager can promise winning always or winning games always, but he believes he has the resources to win. Guys, is it arrogant? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Rosinho. Yeah, for sure. We are still looking at what Manchester United could do in their coaching style, as now Alonso is available. Should Arne Slot be sweating right now? Guys, should Arne Slot be sweating right now? Because Liverpool performance are not there. And when you look at this kind of pattern, yes, under Xabi Alonso in his Bayern Leverkusen time, you see a lot of players improving. But you look at his performance at Real Madrid, you ask yourself, are the players improving? A lot of injuries, when he was coming, I think he came with his medical staff, his coaching staff, and everything. But then, since it didn't work out, I think all of them will have to pack the bus. I don't know, but that is what I'm hearing. So it's like Madrid had to call back their former medical staffs again to continue working with players, because under Xabi Alonso, there were a lot of injuries. Defenders, you look at yesterday's lineup, then you ask yourself, is this really Real Madrid lineup? But then injuries and all that. But as they start to come back, because yesterday Alaba came on the game, Camavinga is back, Tchouaméni didn't play his usual position. So, well, let's see. One may say maybe that's the reason why they lost the game. But guys, you get opportunity against Barcelona, you need to score, because if they get the opportunity, they will not leave you alone. So it is what it is, and it is absolutely what it is. So that is it, guys. And for sure, Tottenham Hotspurs, Mohamed Kudus, sorry, I told you that this is not the team Kudus should have been going. Even though I don't like saying that statement, I told you. But then, it's still Tottenham for sure. I don't know whether the players are also parting ways with Thomas Frank or what is really happening with Tottenham, because in the beginning, it was going so smoothly with Thomas Frank. But this time round, it looks like every team they face is different ball game together. Every team they face is a problem. And the FA Cup, Tottenham have also been eliminated by Aston Villa. Aston Villa, it was 2-1 in Tottenham home once again in the Tottenham Sports Stadium. And that really didn't speak well with these two guys for sure. Well, I don't know, Mohamed Kudus and co, I think he didn't actually participate and all that. I think there's about reported injury or so. I'm not sure whether he has recovered. Let's see what is going to happen in the end. But then, Crystal Palace one burst my mind. Crystal Palace have been eliminated by Macclesfield. Have you heard the name before? But you look at Crystal Palace performance this season and you say, yes, this is a team. This is a club. This is a football club that wants to win something. But Macclesfield actually give it to them with a 2-1 win at home. But hey, it's FA Cup, so sometimes it do matter. One may say maybe they are thinking about the game against Is it City? Yes. Against City, yeah? Oh, no, it's not. That is not that. They just lost that game. I think City is playing against Newcastle in the semi-finals of the EFL Cup tomorrow, and that's how it's gonna be for sure. So guys, let's see how it's gonna work out. And if you just join me, let me know your opinions and suggestions going forward. And for sure, some Bundesliga actually take on this weekend for sure, and we knew sometimes they were on break and now they are back with Heidenheim drawing with Köln 2-2, and Freiburg also. I don't know what is happening with Hasfal. Hasfal, our own team here is not actually getting that, but then the position is still okay. Yeah, you look at a team that just come back from the League Bundesliga 2 into the Bundesliga. You should understand, it's not going to be pretty damn much, but it's a learning curve and it's a learning process. 13th position is not bad, but you ask yourself, this game against Freiburg away from home, they still got a red card and also just got 2-1 loss in that game, and for sure I think it's a learning curve. They are learning small, and I think they will maintain their momentum in the league for sure. But St. Pauli, I think their game was postponed for sure against RB Leipzig at home here. So let's see what is gonna happen next when they get their feet back. For sure, St. Pauli in the league table is not also just looking great as at this moment, as they are still in the relegation zone, and probably maybe they will fight their way back. This season is not actually looking quite okay for St. Pauli. The last season was good. It was just perfect for St. Pauli, but this time around, I don't know what is worrying them, and I don't know how it's gonna work out for sure. But let's see how things could be working and how things could change. Bayern Munich, they keep on getting their way through for sure, and this season again, I think Vincent Kompany and his men are actually doing it. Wolfsburg, they won 8-1 against Wolfsburg. I'm still like getting my mind wrapped around this kind of scoreline in Bundesliga for sure. But then it is what it is. This is Bayern, and for sure, if you are facing Bayern and you don't prepare well, this is what happened. The only score I see this season is against I think Exeter versus Manchester City in the weekend as well, when City actually scored 10-1. But Bayern is really the team this season. They are really making it fantastic, and for sure, when you look at the league table, for sure, the gap is something, a big, huge gap. So I don't know what is really going to happen, whether Dortmund can cover up, but the gap is it's like 11 points difference. But anything can still happen in the football game, in the field of play. For sure, you cannot determine what is really going to be happening for sure. Guys, let me know what you think about this Bundesliga. Well, people don't see the kind of football they play. People don't see the structure. People don't see like it's really like when a team comes in, you need to follow that structure. And when it talks about flair, it talks about like style of football, like skills, like formation. Well, go watch, just study well, go sit down, check Bundesliga, and then you understand what is really going on there. You will know what I'm talking about. But guys, it's just that like they don't publish it like the way they don't put money into social media to vamp it up like the way English football is doing for sure. But believe me, this Bundesliga, when I take my time and I look at it, and when you watch game by game, you really understand like things are like football. You will see football in different dimension. But hey, that is it for sure. I don't want to go details into that. Maybe another time when we get more time, we'll get into details right from the academies, right from the regional league to Bundesliga. Probably is really exciting, guys. is really, really exciting. But just to put it aside and go to the main character today for sure. There has been a lot of rumors, guys. Transfer news as it is for sure. And remember, we'll still go into the African Cup of Nations. African Cup of Nations is really getting to the end. And the excitement, I don't want the excitement to actually go away from here. But for sure, let's see how it's really gonna be. So, is it Abiloa replaces Alonso. Yes, he's the one to take over for now. He's the one to take charge until Madrid appoints a coach again. So let's see what is going to happen in the next few games, what he can also do for Real Madrid. But FA Cup, the draw is out, guys, for sure. And then you look at a lot of teams are really, really getting excited. Liverpool haven't played well. They will be playing for sure. So when they play, maybe they'll be playing against, if they win against Barnsley, they'll be playing against Brighton, and Stoke City will be playing against Fulham. Oxford United will be playing against Sunderland, my favorite this season. Southampton, Leicester City. We have Wrexham versus Switch Town. Arsenal versus Wigan Atlantic. We also have Hull City versus Chelsea. Burton Albion versus West Ham United. Burnley versus Mansfield Town. And we also have Norwich City versus West Bromwich Albion. Port Vale versus Bristol City. Grimsby Town versus Wolves. And we have Aston Villa versus Newcastle United. It's something that you need to watch out for. And also Manchester City will be playing against Salford or Sweden. And also we have Macclesfield will be playing against Brentford. Macclesfield actually eliminated Crystal Palace in the... so they'll be playing against Brentford once again. And Birmingham City will be playing against Leeds United. So that's how the next draw of the FA Cup will be happening for sure. And guys, let me know what you think and let me know your opinions going into that as well. Do you think who is gonna win the FA Cup this season? Well, let's get into the tomorrow games coming on for sure. Before we move to the African Cup of Nations, because I really don't want this African Cup of Nations to end, but then it's getting the excitement, the physicality, the fight, the jokes around it is so amazing, guys, and I just cannot tell how it's really gonna be. But hey, the counter to win it too is also another problem. But before we move there, we have EFL Cup semi-finals coming in tomorrow and Wednesday. And tomorrow we have Newcastle United will be facing Manchester City. This is a game that we actually look forward tomorrow. You know, whenever we try, Champions League is still on break right now. So there's some kind of midweek. Some leagues are playing midweeks and then others are will be playing in the weekend for sure, but no Champions League football for sure. Maybe probably next week or next 2 weeks they will be back for sure. I think next week could be, but let's see how it's really gonna be working out for sure. But Newcastle United versus Manchester City in the EFL Cup semi-finals. This is a game of thrones for sure. This is a game of massiveness because this time round it's not about it's not about the tactics. It's not about what your team gathered to prove others. It's about the mentality. And when you look at these two sides, Pep Guardiola and Howie probably need to battle it again. And this time round, I think Pep Guardiola and Manchester City, they are not in that elite top that they used to. But let's see how it's going to be, whether Eddie Howe probably will prove us wrong. But I think Manchester City is capable of getting in there and making it a massive deal to actually win it for sure and get to the finals. And let me know teams that could probably, do you think City is going to get to the finals or is going to be Newcastle United? And on Wednesday is going to be a London derby fixture for sure. Probably big clubs in London is really gonna be facing for sure, because we have the likes of Arsenal will be taking on Chelsea for sure. So let me know your opinions. Who could actually make it happen? I know I'm a little bit lean to Chelsea, but I don't want to predict anything that much, because Rosinho, I don't know what he's capable of doing as at this moment. But Arsenal, we know what Arteta has been doing, and for him to actually be on top of the league table and winning games when it matters, probably they have a slightly advantage. But this is a London derby once again. It's not about your tactics. It's not about your energy. It's just about who is happy during the day. So let's see how it's gonna be. So between these four clubs, guys, I want you to pick your favorite team going to the finals. Now, AFCON. Weekend, we had AFCON also happening during the weekend for sure, guys. Let me know what you think, because it was really, really exciting, and it was really, really great AFCON matches for sure. We had, it was the quarterfinals qualifying to the semis. And for sure, the semis will be happening, I think, Wednesday and Thursday for sure. And then the finals will happen maybe on Sunday. I'm not sure of, but I think it will be happening on Sunday. Well, Mali-Senegal was the boring game. I expected much from that game. But then in the end, Mali should have allowed Tunisia to actually carry on, because Mali just wasted that spot. And it was 1-0. Yes, I knew the rivalry between Senegal and Mali. But then the excitement was okay, but the display on the pitch was something else. And Cameroon versus Morocco, the host nation, that is what I'm really interested in. Well, this is a game that probably Samuel Eto'o was criticized before the World Cup, before the African Cup of Nations. Maybe some players have been dropped. Particularly, they had one striker. What was the name? They had one striker. Was it Ibrahim? This guy was scoring goals like never. But then, in the end, they had to drop him because he's too, according to the, he's old. He cannot perform like them. And people were criticizing him because Samuel Eto'o doesn't want him to break his Cameroon African Cup of Nations records. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. But, well, this game is a game I saw a patriotic FA president. I've never seen it in any of these African Cup of, or these African countries. A patriotic national FA Cup president, Samuel Eto'o, weeping because Cameroon lost to the host nation, and he felt being cheated. Guys, let me know what you think, whether Samuel Eto'o was right. Prior to the game, I think Morocco actually complained to the referee who was going to take that game. The referee was actually being changed, and then Samuel Eto'o was not happy with the situation. So he complained, no one listened, no one tells him anything. But in the end, they lost 2-0. But Eto'o feel Cameroon had a penalty, and they denied him of the penalty. They denied the country of the penalty. Brian Mbeumo, their star, Cameroon current star. Brian Mbeumo was fouled in the box, probably. And then the referees ignored it. VAR is there. VAR didn't actually look at it. And Cameroon, Samuel Eto'o actually felt being cheated. And when you look at his action, probably is due to patriotism, because no big man like Samuel Eto'o could actually, and I don't think anyone could actually react in that manner. But then when the patriotism is in you, probably you act more than that. And for sure, Cameroon has been eliminated for sure. They will be getting to the semi-finals for sure. Mali also being eliminated. So Senegal, Morocco. And it takes us on Saturday once again when the likes of Nigeria, let me talk about, Algeria, Nigeria. People were saying, Riyad Mahrez taking Algeria to meet Nigeria, it was going to be something else. It was going to be a master architect of a game. Really, the game was so exciting. But then in the end, Nigeria got clean sheet. This wasn't the Algeria like I saw in this African Cup of Nations. This wasn't the Algerian that I saw, like the way they play, their system, their tactics, the way their skills and the momentum building, scoring goals and all that. But then, Nigeria, the Super Eagles, some people said they are the favorite. I don't know. People are saying it. Super Eagles are the favorite going into this game. But believe me, they are facing host nation, Morocco. They are facing Morocco, guys. I don't know what could actually go on, but whatever it is going to be absolutely massive. Absolutely very, very difficult. Nigeria won it by 2-0. They eliminated Algeria, but they are still facing the host nation. Let me know your opinions on that. If you know, you know. And Egypt versus Afrik. This game was more than Champions League finals. Ivory Coast just sat down, allow Egypt to score 2 goals, score 3 goals, and now they came back into this game. What a wow. Guys, it was absolutely massive. And Mohamed Salah scored the 3rd goal for sure, and probably Egypt is going to the semi-finals for sure. As I said, the semi-finals could probably be working on, and it could be maybe on Wednesday and also on Thursday for sure. And finals, both teams are playing on Wednesday. Sorry, both teams are playing on Wednesday. So let's see, who is your favorite country to get to the finals of the African Cup of Nations, and which one do you think could probably win the AFCON? Let me know in the comment section for sure. And hey guys, this takes us to the end of our discussion today. Probably next week I will be coming in with more information, so long as leagues games are gonna be playing, so long as I will give you updates on Real Madrid situation, whether they will get a new coach or what will happen to Xabi Alonso next, because there are still job opportunities out there. Some clubs are still crying, and then probably we'll see how it's gonna be. But without much, guys, stay tuned, stay blessed, and hey, if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscription button, like and share the video, and your opinions are highly welcome. This is Afrik Sports